Greetings, welcome to a Deckard Games YouTube thing about showing things. This is a series of videos where I share with you a few things that I've got, in this case, in the last couple of months. But before we do that, I would like to announce that we have just reached the 500 subscribers here on the channel, and that means another giveaway very soon, probably in the next week, Wednesday or something like that. I will do a 500 subscribers giveaway. It is my way of saying thank you for all your support and things. So without wasting any more time, let's look at stuff. So let's start by showing some old hardware that I've got. And in this case, I've gotten a Sound Blaster 16, or this is a Vibra 16, Vibra, I think it's Vibra 16S, model CT2900, and this was a very cheap deal, and I've never come across this configuration of Sound Blaster 16. It has the Yamaha chip. Focus, you stupid thing. There you go. It has the Yamaha YMF chip in it, but again, I've never come across this layout on a Sound Blaster card, and I was very curious about it, so I brought it home with me. You know I love my Sound Blaster stuff, and this is a classic one, I guess. This is from 1995, so I had to grab it. A Sound Blaster Vibra 16S model CT2900, now in my hardware collection. I normally don't tend to collect these just for collecting purposes. I put them into use, and this will be the case. So yeah, a Sound Blaster Vibra 16S. I also got this lovely PCI SCSI controller. It is an Advanced System Products PCI SCSI controller. I never had the chance back in the day to mess around with SCSI things, hard drives and stuff, because they were very expensive. So I grabbed this one, I don't know, to have some fun with it, maybe mess around with SCSI. I need to find some SCSI hard drives. I believe I have a SCSI CD-ROM drive or a CD writer. I think it's a CD writer. Maybe I'll grab a couple of SCSI hard drives and mess around with this, and finally I'll be able to tell the difference between IDE and SCSI again. This was a very expensive stuff back in the day, not only the controllers, the hard drives and whatever, and so yeah, I saw this one, I grabbed it. Maybe I'll have some fun with it in the future. I've also grabbed a absolutely ordinary PCI graphics card, in this case a S3 Verge onboard. These were all over the place. S3 chipsets were all over the place. There were a ton of them. So it's an ordinary card, and it was sitting there. It was like 50 cents, and as long as I was going to take the SCSI controller, might as well take this for 50 cents more. And it can come handy to test out some old computers, a PCI graphics card. So yeah, I brought it home with me, and well, it's a card that produces graphics. I've also got this classic CD-ROM drive. It is a Yarnis, that brand right there, you read it, I think it's Yarnis. It's a 6-speed CD-ROM drive, and I really love this classic design and this logo in the front, this photo CD logo right here cracks me up. So it is a classic form factor, this front plate, and I really enjoyed it. So 6-speed CD-ROM drive, probably going to put it into use very soon in a very special video in the future, so stay tuned for that. A 6-speed CD-ROM drive with this lovely face. Still on hardware, but not modern at all, I've upgraded my graphics card on my main machine to a Radeon RX 580. I'm not a demanding kind of guy when it comes to PC gaming. I don't need top or high-end graphics cards. This was a very cheap deal. It was a bargain. In fact, I got two with a friend of mine, one for each. And again, it was an awesome deal. The graphics card, it's not inside, it's already in my machine. So yeah, I've upgraded my GPU to a Radeon RX 580 from AMD. Let me see if I can show you the card. Well, there it is inside my machine, and it's pretty cool. I went to this silver and black theme inside, and yeah, it's a graphics card, and it's from Sapphire, an AMD Radeon RX 580. So, big box stuff. I got a super classic on the PC. Road and Track presents The Need for Speed. It is a classic racing game, needless to say, on the PC. I think it is complete in box, I guess. It comes with the game on this round piece of plastic. It comes with a color manual. It also comes with a reference guide, with a registration card to Electronic Arts back in the day when the EA published some good games. So yeah, not much to say about this game. It is a classic Need for Speed in this lovely big box. There you go, this is the back with some supercars. And yeah, one of the greatest classic racing games on the PC. Road and Track presents The Need for Speed. Well, and if The Need for Speed isn't enough for you, the game also came with this thing, and it is We All Need Extra Speed. You know, it's a CD with extra tracks for the original game, published by UK Gold, apparently. Maybe it's the opposite to US Gold, I don't know. 50 plus tracks for the Need for Speed, free bonus, 30 racing games, and 200 plus car pictures. Well, it is more speed to the Need for Speed, and this comes with a CD only. So yeah, it is some weird stuff. Again, I've never come across this before. I've never seen this before, so I'm very happy to have it in my collection alongside with the original game. So yeah, I love weird stuff like this, and I really appreciate the honesty of the 90s, letting you know that this product is 100% unofficial. So if you need extra speed, there you go. Still on big box, I've also gotten BattleTech, the Crescent Hawk's Revenge. And you gotta love Infocom releases because, well, first of all, you got this beautiful artwork on the front cover, and it's just awesome with this mech theme and stuff. The back, well, it's kind of bland, but whatever. But Infocom releases are great because of the contents of the box. You have the game itself, of course. In this case, I have the 5 1/4 floppy disks. I'm missing the 2.5 inch, but whatever. You get a catalog for the novels. You also get a humongous poster to not put on the wall because it would be a shame to ruin it. This doesn't fit on the frame, but you get the idea of the size of the thing. And you also get the manual, which looks like more of a book. I've read books that were slimmer than this, and again, pretty awesome stuff. And registration card, some more stuff, a quick reference with shortcuts and stuff. So it is pretty loaded with goodies, and it it bothers me to think of how we came from stuff like this to all digital. I guess it's the new thing. No paper, no physical media. You know, you love your all digital stuff. I love my big box things in its debt-free form and plastic. So yeah, big box, Battletech, the Crescent Hawk's Revenge. This is a lovely big box to own, and I'm super pleased to have it. Still on big box, another classic in the case, Destruction Derby on the PC. The box is kind of a mess, but whatever, it is still big, and the bigger the better. Backside of the box, it's kind of flimsy. Inside you get the game, again on a lovely CD-ROM, and the manual, black and white I believe. Nope, it has color, I was wrong. So manual with the controls and stuff, pretty standard. The game itself, the box, it is not in the best condition as I've stated, so I'm okay with it. It is a classic big box game now in my collection. I played a lot of Destruction Derby back in the day. I love the arena mode in the game, so yeah, it is a classic on DOS, now in my collection, Destruction Derby, big box. Still on PC, but not so big. I found some loose games that were 20 cents each, I guess. I don't remember. I've gotten Soldier of Fortune, again on the PC. Not a great game, but well, it was there, so I grabbed it. I've also got Heavy Gear, another mech game, and this one, yeah, this is a pretty cool one. I enjoy this one. Again, loose, but I had to grab it. It's a classic. Another classic from Sierra, Earth Siege 2, another mech game. I got a lot of mech games in the last couple of months, so I'm pleased with it, I guess. Another classic on the PC, and another loose game, but I'm cool with it. If I find how can I put it, classic games on the wild with or loose without the box and manuals and stuff, if they are cheap, I grab them and I bring them home with me because, well, they are classics, so I'm okay with it. So I got these 3 games, and this is not a PC thing. It came in the middle of this. This is a Dream Key version 2.0 for the Dreamcast, so screw that. 3 classic loose games for the PC, very cheap. They were there, I was there also, so we came home together. So Mega Drive stuff, I've gotten 4 great titles in the last couple of months. The first one being Samurai Showdown, and all the games that I grabbed are box and game only, no manuals, but I'm cool with that. I'm not a complete in-box kind of guy. The first one, as I've stated, Samurai Showdown, a classic fighting game on the system, and probably one of the games with the best graphics on the system, I would dare to say. These were not only a great deal because of the titles themselves, but because of the price that I paid for them. So yeah, the first Mega Drive finding, Samurai Showdown, a classic and beautiful game on the Mega Drive. Second game for the Mega Drive, Superman, the Man of Steel. Well, this is not a great game, at least in my opinion, but I don't come across it very often. And I'm not trying to say that it's rare, because it's not, it's very common. But I don't come across it very often, and again, these were all from the same seller. It was a great price that he made me, again, game only. So yeah, second finding for the Mega Drive, Superman, the Man of Steel. Third game that I grabbed for the Mega Drive, an absolute classic, Ghostbusters. Probably the best Ghostbusters game in all 8-bit and 16-bit systems, at least for me. This is a very cool game. It is a action platformer. So yeah, another great priced game, Ghostbusters, and another classic on the system. Again, I really enjoy this game. For me, it is the best on the 8-bit and 16-bit systems. The others are kind of weird and stuff. So Ghostbusters on the Mega Drive now in my collection. Fourth and final game on the Mega Drive, The Incredible Hulk. Again, not a great game. It is a cool platformer or action platformer, whatever you want to call it. Not that great, it is okay. But again, it's not a game that I come across very often here in Portugal, so I had to grab it. It was very cheap, so yeah, fourth and final game that I've got in this last couple of months for the Mega Drive, The Incredible Hulk. So let's go down from 16-bit to 8 bits, and these were all donated to the channel. There are 4 games. The first one being this Famiclone cartridge, which is called Turtle Ninja 2. Yeah, it has a cool name, Turtle Ninja. It is one turtle that is a ninja, and it is the second game. Whatever. Oh, so this is a Famiclone cartridge. In Portugal, Famiclone were all over the place back in the day. This is the arcade game. This is the NES original game, but it's a bootleg, as you can see. This is not a Famicom game. This is a Famiclone game. So yeah, this was a donation. I played the heck out of this back in the day, but it was not on a cartridge like this. It was on a multi-cart or something. So I'm pleased to have it in my collection. And again, they were donated to a friend of the channel, so I thank you to that friend. So Turtle Ninja 2 on the Famiclone, now in my NES / Famicom / Famiclone collection. So another donation to the channel. This apparently 1992, 211 games in one. This is a multi-cart and it's kind of heavy, yeah. And again, it is your standard multi-cart focus. If you can read it, it has all these games in it, and you can play it on your Famiclone system, and it also works on the original NES. So yeah, it is a Chinese knockoff or bootleg of 211 games. They are not all NES games. You have those weird games that never saw the light of day, but whatever. I like weird stuff like this. And again, a donation to the channel. Now I can play 211 games, which seems a odd number to have in a cartridge, but whatever. It is a odd number of games. Still, 211 games in one. So another donation and another multi-cart, but this only has 4 games in one, and you can clearly see the 4 games: Macross, Hogan's Alley, Duck Hunt, and Wild Gunman. So this is a card to use with the light gun, with the zapper. And again, it works on the Famiclone system, it works on the NES, I believe, or this is the... no, I'm not sure. One of these cards that I'm showing doesn't work on the NES, not this one doesn't work obviously, but one of these form factor cards doesn't work on the NES, and now I'm not sure which one is it, but whatever. So 4 games in one cartridge to play with your Nintendo Zapper. So yeah, another donation to the channel and another card to my collection. So another donation, and again for the NES and Famiclone, another weird cartridge, another multi-game cartridge, and this one is entitled Entertainment Computer System. It is pretty obvious to me that this came with a Famiclone system. This was part of a bundle, but whatever. And it has 100 games in one, as you can see, some lovely images of Mario and Contra and Tetris and stuff. And the list of games is this one, and it starts off quite nicely with Contra 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So yeah, another weird cartridge to add to my collection. And again, these 4 cartridges were all donated by the same friend of the channel, so I thank you for that, sir. These are the 4 cartridges for my NES collection. So I got a couple of Xbox games, Xbox proper games. You know I love my original Xbox more than the 360 and the Xbox One, and even more than the Xbox One as all digital, which I'm gonna buy something like 3 at least, or at minimum. Ford Racing 2 for the original Xbox. Cool racing game. Well, it's a racing game, not much to say about it. It is a cool one, not the best one, but nevertheless, it's cool to have. My Xbox collection continues to grow, and again, I love my Xbox stuff, so every time I find a Xbox proper game on the wild, and they are very cheap, I really don't know why they are so cheap. I like it, I'm not complaining. So every time I see one, if I don't have it, I have to grab it. Again, they are cheap, so Ford Racing 2 for the Xbox proper now in my collection. Second game for the original Xbox, Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. It's a fun 3D platformer, let's say it, and yeah, it's a fun game. I kind of like it. It is not by far the best game on the system. It comes with the game and the manuals and registration stuff, all the standard stuff. So yeah, 3D platformer or action platformer game on the original Xbox. It's a pretty cool one, so I'm happy to have it. Another Xbox game in my collection. That makes 2 in the last couple of months, and I'm very pleased with them. Vita stuff. I love my PlayStation Vita. You know, it is my favorite portable system of all time, and I found Final Fantasy X-2, the HD remaster, on the system, and it comes with this tiny manual that it's not very common on PlayStation Vita games. I believe this game just came out on the Switch or something, an HD version on the Switch, which is probably better than this. But yeah, I kind of enjoy Final Fantasy X. I don't like Final Fantasy X-2 or X2, whatever you want to call it. I'm okay with that. But Final Fantasy X, the original one, I enjoy it. It's a cool story with some nice characters and stuff. So now I can play some Final Fantasy X on the go. And again, I love my Vita stuff. The PlayStation Vita is dead, especially in Europe and I believe in the US also. In Asia, I believe some games will still come out to the system, but yeah, it's a shame. Another game to have to my PlayStation Vita collection, Final Fantasy X X-2 HD Remaster. For the PlayStation 4, I've gotten Mass Effect Andromeda. Not the best Mass Effect game. I'm a fan of the first 3 games, especially the second one, and they had a great story throughout the 3 games. And they were pretty cool games. I really liked them. This one is not the best, but again, it was cheap, and since I liked Mass Effect so much, I had to grab this one for the PlayStation 4. Not much to say about it. Everyone knows Mass Effect, so yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda now in my PlayStation 4 collection. Second game that I grabbed for the PlayStation 4, Teslagrad. A pretty cool action platformer, let's say it like that, and I really enjoy this game not only for the story, but because of its graphics. It is a throwback to some old school platforming games. It makes great use of light and shadows and stuff. I don't know, it has pretty cool kind of hand-drawn graphics, and the story is also nice. This is a very cheap game, not a very well-known game, I guess. So if you find it, I recommend it. Tesla Grad on the PlayStation 4, now in my collection, and again, I really recommend this game to everyone. And these are the games and hardware that I've got in the last couple of months. I try to show everything, but not always is it possible because some are already in use and others are kind of surprises. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this video because I enjoy sharing things with you. Don't forget, my 500 subscribers giveaway will be uploaded very soon, so stay tuned for that. Remember that you can also follow me on social media for more games and hardware related things. Leave a like in this video and consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching this. Until my next video, take care.